5:30 a.m. It's race day, baby. Let's walk tall while running.
How you feeling?
Ready to go, coach!
Let's go!
Let's go! 20 minutes before the start, y'all. I'm excited. I'm nervous. All these questions about whether I've prepared enough, whether I've done enough, whether I'm capable of doing 4,000 feet of vert over the course of 31 miles. Like, it's all swirling in my head right now. It's also like, it hasn't even set in. I'm 20 minutes before the start of this race and it hasn't set in. Just this feeling of like unreality right now that after 22 weeks of training, I'm actually here and about to do this. So that's my pre-race thoughts. I'm going to go socialize and get this thing started. Wish me luck, fam.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go, Drew!
Yeah, just a little bit behind, but I can make it up.
Woo!
Let's hope a dragonfly doesn't fly in my mouth this time. A little cold for that. Just past railroad. 9 miles in. A lot of hills on this mile, but I'm still vibing. So I just left the fire watchtower. Did not take the fireball shot. Maybe lap 2. I'm kind of struggling a little bit right now. I actually dropped my phone off of the swamp boardwalk, trying to switch pockets. I wasn't even trying to like take a picture. Had to dive off and get it. Did not land in water, thankfully. Clearly I got it back, but that sucks. It's something. Getting lonely out here at mile 14. Got about, I guess, a mile left. 2 miles really. I'm at 13 and a half until I get to the halfway aid station campground. Maybe see some friends there. Who knows?
Take your time, baby! Woo!
So I stopped by the aid station at mile 16 and a half. Saw my family. New shirt, new hat, new digs. And immediately afterwards, there was a T in the road. And I followed this other runner back onto the 25K course because there's some overlap in this course. And it immediately felt wrong. So I called my partner, tried to get directions. Turns out we were going the wrong way for about, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half, 2 miles. So looks like this is going to be a 35-mile run. I'm making my way back now so I can get back on course. So still trying to hit my pace goals for that simulated 50K. And now I'm just trying to finish ahead of the cutoff time. That blows, but that's kind of just the way of the beast sometimes. Glad I didn't get more off course. Onwards and upwards. Going off course is a real downer that I'm trying not to dwell on too much right now. It happened, it is what it is. And now it's just up to me to make the most of the moment that I'm in, which is what ultras are all about. So, trying to let go, enjoy the cool breeze, beautiful sunshine, try to get my heart rate back down because I am just about hammering 180. And just seeing how I can finish the second half of this race. This is where the real race begins, folks. Wish me luck. Having a bit of a darkness of the soul moment right now. It's seems like this whole part of the course is just all up hills, and my legs can't take it anymore. Sounds like there's an aid station up here, though. It's the Whoville aid station. Everyone was dressed up as Dr. Seuss characters. Thing 1 and Thing 2 fed me back-to-back cups of Mountain Dew and pickle juice because they said it looked like your boy needed salt. I consider myself a lifelong salt lord, so I'm shocked that that was their suggestion, but I'm feeling a little better despite a slight slur in my words. I think I'm like mile 22. I've stopped checking. Just about 24 miles in and I'm hurting, dude. Just got a side stitch. Legs are kind of dead. Just kind of moving in start-stop intervals. Maybe averaging like, I don't know, 21-minute miles, 23-minute miles right now. One foot in front of the other, just trying to make it before the cutoff, man. This is hard, but I'm not done yet. Fire tower for the second time. That hurt. Took a couple minutes rest at the top. Got my bib stamped, or what are words? Hole punched for the second time. So that's all knocked out. I'm about 10 miles away from the finish line apparently. And that doesn't seem so bad. Way back. Railroad aid station number 3. 2 pickle slices, 2 small cups of Coca-Cola, refill of my water, and rolled on out. Gotta be back there by 2:30. It is currently a little past 12. So, yeah, I got about 2 hours to do these 3 miles. I think I got it. And then onwards to the finish, another 4. I checked. I'm at 26.2 miles. I'm supposed to be at 23, but you know what happened. So anyway, 26.2 is a marathon. So every step I take after this is the farthest that I've ever gone on a run. So I got that going for me, at least. Heart rate is still around 170, which is no bueno. Too high. But I don't know how to manage it at this point. I'm just struggling. And that's okay. Let's just struggle to the finish. I want to finish. I still feel the need to finish within the time, hopefully. And let me just state the truth that I already knew going into this, which is I didn't do any strength work for this because I mostly run for my mental health. Running is one of those things that keeps me grateful to be on this earth, and strength training isn't. So I really haven't done it, and it would have helped me. I need to hear this even if I already knew it, you know? This would be a little easier if I did some strength work, I feel. I know I'm actually running. The pickles and Coke are hitting, and that unholy, disgusting combination has me feeling pretty good on this downhill. So I'm making the most of it while I got it, you know? 26.7 miles in, I'm pushing. Let's do this. Wilson. Just left railroad aid station for the 4th and last time. An hour ahead of the cutoff. So I think I'm good there. Got 5 miles left to go. I'm rapidly closing in on 30 miles. I got about 0.2 miles to go until that milestone. And then another mile after that for my 50K. And then yeah, another 3 miles after that because, you know, 50K is just not enough. Had more Coca-Cola and a pickle slice. That is the meal of the day. I made a discovery. A disgusting, delicious, productive discovery. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Not to get all gory or anything, but I'm pretty sure I just split a toenail back there. It doesn't feel great. Getting close to the 30-mile mark though. Just wanted to mark it. 31.1 miles, 50 kilometers, 6 hours, 50 minutes, and 10 seconds. Let's finish this. Two miles left that I did not ask for, and brother, I just want to be done. I'm running when I can just so I can shorten this ordeal a little bit. Oh, it's the longest 2 miles of my life ahead. Let's get them in.
Woo, woo, woo! Woo! 37 miles! Woo, woo, woo! Let's go! Let's go, let's go! Woo!
Pow! So through the magic of editing, we're back in the studio 24 hours after the race because I have some numbers I want to run by you, and I have some thanks, dang it. And it just didn't seem right. It didn't seem right to end the story right at the finish line because that's not what you do at an actual race. You talk about these things. You talk about the numbers. You say thank you. You eat burritos and you drink beer. And while I cannot offer you burritos and beer through this screen, I can at least give you the rest. So, final numbers on my first 50K. 7 hours, 43 minutes, and 46 seconds was my gun time. But I didn't quite run 50 kilometers. I ran closer to 56 exactly. And that comes out to about 34.79 miles. But who's counting? Garmin was counting, and apparently that was about 70,000 steps. Just under. I did hit 70,000 by the end of the day, though. I also want to do some shout outs, like I mentioned. Shout out to Devil Dog and another viewer who I met out on the course who recognized me from a previous Big Hill Pond video that I did when I ran the 25K course a month ago. That was so cool. I've never been recognized before. Clearly, there's not a huge audience to this channel. So, those of you who did recognize me and say hi, that is incredible. It made my day, a day that was very, very hard and very, very celebratory. You just enhanced it. So thank you for making me feel like a minor YouTube celebrity, if just briefly. And also, of course, I gotta do my big thanks to the organizers and volunteers of the Walking Tall 25 and 50K. Like, I loved the course as much as I wanted to hate the course. I loved just the atmosphere of it. I loved the challenge and also the good people that this race brings together. Like, the people who are drawn to an event, like, that's something that you can only shape so much. You're clearly doing a good thing if you got a good crowd coming to your races. So I would say that Walking Tall is walking the right line. If is that the phrase? Yeah, that's the phrase. Okay, I gotta thank the volunteers too. They took care of me. They knew what I needed when I didn't know what I needed. And I don't think I would have made my way through this race if it was not for the volunteers at the aid stations along the way. And among those, I include my family and my girlfriend, who took care of me at the drop bag site. My girlfriend helped me navigate back on course when I was lost, even talking to one of the race directors to get me back on course so I could finish the dang thing. So super, super grateful. I love you. I can't imagine what you all were doing while I was running around for 7.5 hours. Did you read a book? Did you watch a movie? I should ask. But I feel like there's a lot of downtime. And I'm grateful for you putting up with that to see me leave the start, come back to the finish, and be grumpy at mile 15 while you're sorting through my drop bag. Thanks again. Okay, one final thing. Takeaways. What are my takeaways from this whole thing? Because it took me 21 weeks of training total from my last marathon to transition to the trail 50K side of life. And I didn't have that many expectations going in. I'll be honest. I've said this before. I've said this in prior videos where I didn't know what to expect. I wanted to learn what the 50K was all about. And there's only so much prep that I could do. There's only so much knowledge that I could translate from my marathon experience to a trail ultra marathon. They sound similar. How much different can running on different surfaces be? Turns out pretty dang different. So I went out and I educated myself, which is a really grand way to describe just running 30 plus miles. But look, I gotta dress this up a little bit. It's just the highlight of these past few months for me. I also wanted to understand how my mind and body would react when I push it to that kind of distance. If it was capable of achieving that kind of distance, how comfortable would it be? How painful would it be? I just wanted to know, like, how my mind would react and if my body could take it. And mission accomplished. Learned a few things about myself yesterday. I got some resilience in me that I didn't necessarily know that I had. I don't think I've ever pushed myself quite that far before. And that's life. That's what you want to get out of life. So mission accomplished. I consider the Walking Tall 50K a rousing success as my first 50K. And I said first 50K, didn't I? Well, that kind of tells you where this next paragraph is going. This is not my last 50K. I have knowledge. I have experience. I can do it better. I can do it faster. And Probably with less pain. Probably. But I'm confident that I could approach this a little better with what I learned from this one. So I'm here to say I'm nowhere done with this 50K distance yet. There will be another, probably after the St. June Marathon in early December. Hopefully I'm recovered in time for that because that's only 6 weeks away. Anyway, I'm going off on tangents. Time to wrap the video up. Thank you for watching, and I hope you continue to follow me on this running journey. Take care of yourselves out there. Peace.